At his grandfather's funeral, the boy slipped a cell phone into his grandfather's clothes when no one was looking, as his grandfather was lowered into the grave. The phone was buried inside the coffin too. He did this simply to hold on to his memories of his grandfather. That night, he couldn't resist sending a text to his grandfather's phone. To his surprise, when he woke up the next morning, he actually received a reply. He rushed to tell his father that grandpa might have been buried alive, and they should open the coffin immediately. But his father thought his son was losing his mind. After all, following grandpa's death, the coroner had performed an autopsy to determine the cause of death. Even his heart had been removed for examination. There was no way he wasn't dead. As for the text message, it was most likely sent by hackers who had infiltrated the phone. But Jack knew the message's content inside out. It was the secret alphabet code he and grandpa used between themselves. Even if hackers had infiltrated the phone, they couldn't possibly know the secret between grandfather and grandson. Seeing his father didn't believe him, he went alone to his grandfather's grave and dialed the number buried underground. The phone rang for a long time, but no one answered. If grandfather really was buried alive underground, and he could reply to text messages, then why wasn't he answering the phone now? Jack arrived at his grandfather's house with his doubts, recalling the time they had spent together. They weren't related by blood, but had become each other's companions. Grandpa had no family, and Jack had no friends. They filled each other's lives, spending 10 whole years together. Jack once asked Grandpa curiously why such a wealthy man would move to their poor neighborhood. Grandpa said that here, no one knew him, so no one would ask favors of him, because whenever someone sought him out, he always granted their requests. That's why he came to a place where no one knew him. If Jack ever needed anything, he could ask without hesitation. Could that text message be his deceased grandfather, answering his call once more? This thought filled Jack with both dread and warmth, until the day Jack faced bullying at school. He called his grandfather again to vent his troubles. Unexpectedly, something even more terrifying happened.